Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for having given me a copy of the Palermo Charter. And we now have with us the Mayor of Córdoba, Argentina, the Mayor of Villa Maria, Eduardo Accastello.
Querido Santo Padre, Padre Francisco,
Dear Holy Father, I thank you as I thank Monsignor Sorondo. I would like to thank Valeria Massa and all of the mayors. I've written today's message down more than once. Mayors, we represent cities that are the key players in this global challenge. With his encyclical, you'll see the Holy Father invites us to change. And on the 21st of July, the mayors are here, rise to this occasion and meet this new challenge that the Holy Father invites us to face. A challenge for a new world that we hope can follow. Here, as mayors, representatives of local communities undertake to promote our dialogue, which is an important source of unity. We are committed as local leaders to ensure that human ecology and human beings are at the core of all of our public policies for the common good. When the market, when capital prevails over labor, this is when human development is overshadowed by the economy. The human being is and should be at the heart of everything we do, as should our common home, as the Holy Father calls it, i.e. the earth. And we have to promote this dialogue around the world, in every single city. We need to promote greater awareness because we know that the poorest are the ones that suffer on account of slavery and violence, as the mayor of Madrid said. This debate, so important for the fight against corruption and the promotion of education and culture. We're here today because Pope Francis' leadership and his encyclical has called us to action. No one should have to do that again. It's up to us now. We have heard this clarion call, and as local governments, we have to come together to develop public capable of guaranteeing that a new global objective can be achieved. We intend to promote unions of local leaders to fight slavery and climate change. And we should not just bring together an elite of people. We must, as the mayor of Bogota suggested, promote a summit bringing together local leaders to fight against all forms of slavery and climate change in Argentina. Local leaders of Latin America and any other leader of the world intend to sign a 2025 agenda with local engagements in the attempt to establish a new global equilibrium. I have come here from the city of Villa Maria that I represent for this event. I would like to thank the mayor and all those who have organized this meeting and invited us. We're here to say that the concrete common objectives lying ahead in the coming years are to promote access to water and adequate sanitation and sewage systems. We know that our communities must be able to have access to these services. In our communities, we don't have any disorganized activities. We want to ensure that hazardous waste is appropriately disposed of in a sensible way. And we have two agendas before us. One is the climate agenda, as the mayor of Sao Paulo said, and this is important for us all. And the other is the social agenda, which is poorest among us. Pope Francis, when referring to the role of cities, as was pointed out earlier by the mayor of Lampedusa and by others, must promote integrated countries. We have to therefore ensure that in all our countries, all of our citizens can make their voice heard. We have, for instance, cities where children can decide what kind of a culture they want, and they can vote for their leaders. When children example, adults follow, and this is not all the case when the opposite occurs. The social economy in the city I represent, as promoted by the Holy Father, is based on the human reactions of our communities, which are supported by a network of NGOs that work to assist all those who are the victims of trafficking. Villa Maria already aims to be self-sufficient in its energy supply. We have an adequate mix of renewable sources of energy. The peoples we represent and the land that we live on should not be degraded. We have to ensure social justice, social policies to promote health, education, sports, environmental awareness. We have to work in support of the poorest members of our communities. The three T's, which were referred to earlier, we have three E's, employment and social equity. As mayors, we have to speak before the United Nations to denounce human trafficking as crime of lèse-majesté, and we have to therefore fight against those who pollute, because it is our responsibility to do so. We obviously know that alone we cannot succeed. We have to come together as emerging leaders. We have to involve intermediate levels of government and central government. We have to involve businesses. The most developed countries are the ones that are polluting the most, and they're the ones with the greatest responsibilities. Some say that Paris is our last hope, our last resort. I'm referring to the Paris summit. We believe that the encyclical Laudato Si gives us hope, and that's why we're here, for an exchange of ideas and to improve our programs, our initiatives, our actions, so as to successfully defeat those who perpetrate human trafficking. Dear fellow mayors, we are the emerging leaders, and with this appeal, the Holy Father is calling upon us to promote this effort to meet this challenge. We have to be standard bearers and boldly state, as the Holy Father does, that there's more slavery today than when slavery was legal. So we need to unite with the young and lead by example. We have to raise a racket. We have to ensure that the UN can declare that trafficking is a crime against lese humanity. There are millions of silent slaves, as we've heard this morning, and we have to act. And this is what we must be committed to, a world free of slavery and a more humane ecology. Thank you.